It is almost that time of year again, the start of the USFL season. That means new teams, new faces, and high expectations. I have so much fun covering these spring leagues like the XFL and USFL, and thought we should take a look at the quarterbacks who will be playing in year 2 of the USFL at the time of recording. There are some familiar faces, but also some new names. Sit back, relax, and get excited for year 2 of the USFL. The Birmingham Stallions are the defending champions of the USFL, and they should have a strong team led by head coach Skip Holtz and quarterback Jamar Smith. They will open their 2023 season against the New Jersey Generals on April 15th at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. The Stallions are favored to win the championship again in 2023 with odds of plus 300 according to Fox Bets. They will be led by Smith and Alex Mago at the quarterback position. Jamar Smith is the son of former NFL defensive lineman Kenny Smith. He played college football at Louisiana Tech University, where he was named the Conference USA 2019 Football Offensive Player of the Year. He was undrafted in 2020 and signed briefly with the New England Patriots and the Hamilton Tiger Cats before joining the Stallions in 2021. He was selected in the 12th round of the 2022 USFL Draft by the Stallions, reuniting with his college head coach Skip Holtz. He had a strong season last year for the USFL, throwing for over 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns, while also rushing for 2 touchdowns on the ground. Due to his experience in the Holtz's system and the Stallions keeping a lot of their pieces for their championship-winning team last year, it should mean Smith could put together a special season. Alex Mago played college football at Florida International University, where he set school records for passing touchdowns and passing yardage. He was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks in the 7th round of the 2018 NFL Draft, but did not play in any regular season games. He also spent time with the Jacksonville Jaguars and Houston Texans before joining the Stallions in 2022. He led the Stallions to the USFL Championship in their inaugural season, throwing for an 8-yard touchdown pass to Victor Bolden Jr. with 1:12 left in the championship game to beat the Philadelphia Stars 26-23. He finished the season with 460 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on 52% completion. Jalen Morton played college football at Prairie View A&M, where he threw for 4,654 yards and 37 touchdowns in his career. He was undrafted in the 2020 NFL Draft and spent time with the Green Bay Packers and Indianapolis Colts, but did not appear in any regular season games. He signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the Canadian Football League in September of 2021 and played in 1 game in 2022, completing 2 of his 6 passes for 13 yards and an interception. He signed with the Stallions on December 13th, 2022. The New Jersey Generals are the defending North Division champions and my team in the USFL, and have high expectations for the 2023 season. They have a strong offense led by quarterback DeAndre Johnson and running back Darius Victor. They also have some promising draft picks such as Adrian Martinez, JJ Holman, and Victor Jones. However, they also face some challenges, such as losing their first-round pick due to violations of off-season rules, and having to play in a hub city instead of their home stadium. They will open their season on April 15th against the Birmingham Stallions, who are one of the favorites to win the championship, according to Fox Bets. When it comes to the quarterback position, they have a strong group. DeAndre Johnson played college football at Florida State, East Mississippi Community College, Florida Atlantic, and Texas Southern. He was featured in the Netflix documentary series Last Chance U. He was selected in the 12th round of the 2022 USFL Draft by the Generals and shared playing time with Luis Perez. He has been a key part of the Generals' league-leading rushing attack, but will need to show improvement in the passing game this coming season, or he may face pressure from the next few guys I'm about to talk about to take the starting spot, with Perez now in the XFL. Kyle Lauletta played college football at Richmond and was drafted by the New York Giants in the 4th round of the 2018 NFL Draft. He has also been a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, Atlanta Falcons, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Pittsburgh Maulers. He joined the New Jersey Generals in 2022 after playing for the Pittsburgh Maulers in the same year. He comes from a family of football players, with his father Joe and uncle Lex both playing quarterback and punter for Navy respectively, and 2 of his brothers having also been quarterback for Downingtown East. He holds the school record for passing yards and touchdowns at Richmond. He was named the MVP of the 2018 Senior Bowl after throwing for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. They look to be the favorite to land the quarterback 2 job, but the NFL window may be closed at this point. Dakota Prukop played college football for Montana State from 2013 to 2015 and for Oregon in 2016. Prukop has also been a member of the Toronto Argonauts, Calgary Stampeders, Edmonton Elks, and Winnipeg Blue Bombers of the Canadian Football League. He signed with the New Jersey Generals in March of 2023 after spending the previous season as the third-string quarterback with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He has a career passing stats of 1,214 yards, 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions at Oregon, and went for over 5,500 yards and 46 touchdowns at Montana State. He's a former FCS All-American, Grey Cup champion, and rushing threat in the run game. Adrian Martinez played college football for Nebraska from 2018 to 2021 and for Kansas State in 2022. Martinez was taken with the number 15 overall pick in the USFL college draft in February of 2023 by the New Jersey Generals. He played at Nebraska under former Huskers coach Mike Riley, who is now the head coach and general manager for the Generals. Martinez had a productive career at Nebraska, throwing for 8,491 yards and 45 touchdowns, while also rushing for 2,301 yards and 35 touchdowns on the ground. He transferred to Kansas State in December of 2021 and led the Wildcats to the Big 12 title, but suffered multiple injuries that limited his playing time. He finished his college career with a total of 9,391 yards and 49 touchdowns passing, and 2,847 yards and 44 touchdowns rushing. He is preparing to make his professional debut with the Generals on April 15th against the Birmingham Stallions. The Houston Gamblers are coached by Curtis Johnson, who replaced Kevin Sumlin after the 2022 season, where they finished 4th in their division with a 3-7 record. They drafted quarterback Chase Bryce from Appalachian State with their first pick in the 2023 USFL college draft. Some of their top players include running back Mark Thompson, defensive end Justin Ford, and linebacker Benequez Brown. They are expected to improve this year and may even compete for a playoff spot in the South Division. They have a balanced offense and defense that could pressure the quarterback and create turnovers. However, they also face some challenges, such as adjusting to a new coaching staff, developing chemistry with new players, and overcoming injuries that plagued them last season. Kenji Bahar played college football at Monmouth University, where he set school records with 9,642 passing yards and 70 passing touchdowns, while also being named Big South Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. He went undrafted in the 2020 NFL Draft, but signed with the Baltimore Ravens as a free agent in 2021. He was waived and re-signed by the Ravens several times during the season, but never played in a regular season game. He was selected in the 12th round of the 2022 USFL Draft by the Houston Gamblers, playing in 7 games and starting 3 of them. He has thrown for 541 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions with a 73.7 QBR. With the Gamblers returning running back Mark Thompson, wide receiver JoJo Ward, in addition to adding newcomer tight end Clint Sig, and wide receiver Kiki Chisholm, Bahar has the opportunity to grow as a passer and find his way back into the NFL. Chase Bryce played college football at Clemson, Duke, and Appalachian State, winning a national championship with the Tigers in 2018. He was also named the Sun Belt Newcomer of the Year and 3rd-team All-Sun Belt in 2021. He was selected with the 3rd overall pick in the 2023 USFL Draft by the Houston Gamblers. Montel Cozart played college football for the Kansas Jayhawks and the Boise State Broncos. He went undrafted in the 2018 draft, but signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League, where he won the 106th Grey Cup as a rookie. He signed with the Birmingham Stallions of the USFL on April 22, 2022, but was traded to the Houston Gamblers on December 31, 2022. He is currently the backup quarterback for the Gamblers behind Chase Bryce and has not played in any regular season games for the Gamblers yet. Terry Wilson played college football for Oregon, Garden City Community College, Kentucky, and New Mexico. He went undrafted in the 2022 NFL Draft, but signed with the Dallas Cowboys as a free agent. He was released after rookie minicamp and joined the Houston Gamblers of the USFL. He played in 1 game for the Gamblers, but has not attempted a pass yet. The Pittsburgh Maulers had a disappointing season in 2022, finishing 4th in the North Division with a 1-9 record and missing the playoffs. However, they have some promising players on their roster, such as defensive lineman Boogie Roberts, safety Bryce Thornenden, and wide receiver Bailey Gaither and Trey Walker. They also have a new look for 2023, featuring black and gold colors that match the other Pittsburgh sports teams. According to Fox Bets, the Maulers are the underdogs to win the championship in 2023, with odds of plus 800. They're expected to be led by James Morgan, who played college football at Bowling Green and Florida International, where he earned the Conference USA Newcomer of the Year award in 2018. He also participated in the 2020 East-West Shrine Bowl and the 2020 NFL Combine. Morgan was drafted by the New York Jets in the 4th round of the 2020 NFL Draft. He spent most of his rookie season as a third-string quarterback behind Sam Darnold and Joe Flacco, did not see any game action. He was waived by the Jets before the start of the 2021 season. Morgan then bounced around several NFL teams' practice squads, including the Carolina Panthers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Jets again, and the Indianapolis Colts. He also signed with the Pittsburgh Maulers of the USFL in the September of 2021, but did not play in any games in their inaugural season. He re-signed with the Maulers for 2023, hoping to compete for the starting quarterback job. Connor Sampson played college football at Western Illinois, where he set school records for passing yards with 7,151, completions with 732, and attempts with 1,156 in his career. He also threw for 44 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. He went undrafted, but he participated in rookie minicamp with the Chicago Bears in 2021 as a tryout player. He did not make the final roster and remained a free agent until December of 2022 when he signed with the Pittsburgh Maulers of the USFL. He joined the team as a backup to James Morgan, who was later signed to the practice squad of the Arizona Cardinals. Sampson is expected to compete for the starting quarterback job with Troy Williams and Chase Forcade in the 2023 season. Chase Forcade played college football at Nichols, where he became the school's all-time leader in passing yards with 10,044 yards, completions with 830, attempts with 1,282, total yards with 11,417, and rushing touchdowns with 34, and touchdowns responsible with 113. He also earned 2 All-Southland First Team honors and 2 Southland Conference Offensive Player of the Year awards in 2018 and 2019. He went undrafted but participated in rookie minicamp with the Chicago Bears in 2021 as a tryout player as well. He did not make the final roster and remained a free agent until the Columbus Lions of the National Arena League signed him in May of 2021. He played in 4 games for the Lions, throwing for 1,012 yards and 20 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. Forcade then signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League in July of 2021, but he was released after the preseason. He then joined the Alabama Airborne of the Major League Football in October of 2021, but he did not play in any games for them. He signed with the Pittsburgh Maulers of the USFL in August of 2022. Troy Williams played college football at Washington and Utah, where he passed for 4,271 yards and 23 touchdowns with 12 interceptions in his career. He also rushed for 492 yards and 5 touchdowns. He went undrafted but signed with the Indianapolis Colts as an undrafted free agent in 2018. He was waived by the Colts before the start of the regular season. Williams then joined the Canadian Football League, where he played for the Edmonton Eskimos in 2019 and 2020, and then the Saskatchewan Roughriders in 2021. He appeared in the 6 games for the Eskimos, completing 15 of its 31 passes for 218 yards and 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. He also ran for 39 yards on 9 carries. He did not play in any games for the Roughriders before he was released in June of 2021. Williams signed with the Pittsburgh Maulers of the USFL in September of 2022. The Memphis Showboats are coached by Todd Haley, who led the Tampa Bay Bandits in 2022. The Bandits are on hiatus for the 2023 season, so the Showboats will inherit their roster, which includes former Memphis Tigers quarterback Brady White. According to Fox Bets, the Showboats have plus 500 odds to win the championship, which is tied for 3rd best among the 8 teams. White played college football at Arizona State University and then transferred to the University of Memphis, where he became the program's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns. He also won the William V. Campbell Trophy in 2022, which is awarded to the top college football scholar athlete in the nation. White joined the Tampa Bay Bandits in 2022, but did not see much action. He followed coach Todd Haley to the Showboats in 2023 and is one of the 3 quarterbacks on the roster. He's excited to play in Memphis again, which he considers his second home. Cole Kelly is another quarterback from the Memphis Showboats. He played college football at Arkansas and then transferred to Southeastern Louisiana, where he won the Walter Payton Award for the 2020-2021 FCS season, given to the top offensive player in the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision. He also received first-team All-American honors in both 2020 and 2021. Kelly signed with the Washington Commanders as an undrafted free agent in 2022, but was released before the start of the season. He joined the Showboats on January 28, 2023, and is listed at 6'7" and 250 pounds on the Showboats roster. Ryan Willis is the 3rd quarterback for the Memphis Showboats. He played college football at Kansas and then transferred to Virginia Tech, where he started 10 games in 2018 and 4 games in 2019. He threw for 3,975 yards, 24 touchdowns and 15 interceptions in his college career, and then signed with the linemen of the Spring League in 2021 and led them to the championship, earning MVP honors in the Mega Bowl. He then signed with the Chicago Bears as an undrafted free agent, but was released in May of 2022. He joined the St. Louis Battlehawks of the XFL, but was cut before the start of the season. He signed with the Showboats on February 8, 2023. He is listed at 6'4" and 211 pounds on the Showboats roster. The Philadelphia Stars went 6-4 last year, finishing second in the North behind the Generals, and are still led by head coach Bart Andrus. They have made some changes to their roster this year and look to compete for the USFL title this upcoming season. At quarterback, they will be led by quarterback Case Cookus, KJ Costello, Kevin Thompson, and Vad Lee. Case Cookus played college football at Northern Arizona, where he threw for over 12,000 yards and 105 touchdowns. He went undrafted during the 2020 NFL Draft and spent time with the New York Giants, Denver Broncos, Minnesota Vikings, Las Vegas Raiders, and Edmonton Elks of the CFL. He joined the team as a backup in 2022, but became the starter after Brian Scott suffered a season-ending injury in Week 3. Cookus led the Stars to a 6-4 record, throwing for 2,067 yards and 18 touchdowns with just 4 interceptions in 9 games. He also ran for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a spectacular 71-yard run against the Michigan Panthers. He unfortunately broke his leg in the Stars championship game loss to the Birmingham Stallions, but did enough to be signed by the Los Angeles Rams practice squad in November. Cookus was one of the best quarterbacks in the USFL and earned praise from his coaches and teammates. He's expected to return to the Stars for the 2023 season. KJ Costello is a quarterback who played for the Philadelphia Stars of the USFL last year. He joined the team in 2022 as a backup after playing college football for Stanford and Mississippi State. He holds the SEC single-game passing record with 623 yards against LSU in 2020. He also passed Andrew Luck and John Elway for the most passing yards in a single season at Stanford with 3,540 yards in 2018. He has not seen much action with the Stars as he sits behind Case Cookus on the depth chart. He recently had a tryout with the New Orleans Saints of the NFL, but did not make the roster. Kevin Thompson played college football for UNLV, Sacramento State, and Washington. He also spent time with the BC Lions of the CFL. He was a standout player at Sacramento State where he threw for 6,424 yards and 52 touchdowns in 27 games. He also ran for 832 yards and 21 touchdowns. He transferred to Washington in 2020, but did not play due to injuries. Vad Lee joined the Stars in 2023 after playing for the Pittsburgh Maulers in 2022. He played college football for Georgia Tech and James Madison. He is a dual-threat quarterback who could run and pass effectively. He led James Madison to 2 consecutive FCS playoff appearances and won the Dudley Award twice as the best Division I player in Virginia. He started for the Maulers late in the 2022 season and threw for 1,021 yards and 7 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. He also ran for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns. He signed with the Stars as a backup quarterback. The New Orleans Breakers enter their second season in 2023 and have a brand new head coach in John DeFilippo, who was a former NFL offensive coordinator. They finished with a 6-4 record in 2022 and made it to the playoffs but lost in the first round. They're hoping to improve their performance and reach the USFL championship game in 2023. The Breakers have drafted some promising players in the 2023 USFL draft, such as wide receiver Tyler Scott from Cincinnati and linebacker Noah Taylor from Virginia. They have also signed some free agents such as quarterback McLeod Bethel Thompson, who has won 2 Grey Cup titles with the Toronto Argonauts in the Canadian Football League. Bethel Thompson recently signed with the New Orleans Breakers for the 2023 USFL season. He was previously playing for the Toronto Argonauts in the Canadian Football League, where he won 2 Grey Cup championships in 2017 and 2022. He led the CFL in passing yards in 2022, and was a 2-time CFL East All-Star, and has had a long and varied professional career, having played for 5 different NFL teams, 2 CFL teams, 1 Arena Football League team, and 1 United Football League team as well. He also played in the Spring League in 2020, where he led the Aviators to the championship game. He played college football at UCLA and Sacramento State. Bethel Thompson is expected to compete for the starting job with the Breakers, who are looking for a replacement for Kyle Sloter, who led the team to the playoffs in 2022. Akio Glass is a quarterback who recently signed with the New Orleans Breakers for the 2023 USFL season. He played college football for Alabama A&M, where he was a 2-time Black College Football Player of the Year and 2-time Deacon Jones Trophy winner as the nation's top HBCU player. He finished his college career with 12,136 yards and 109 touchdowns, ranking among the top 15 in FCS history. Glass is known for his strong arm and accuracy and leadership skills. Davis Cheek is a quarterback who recently signed with the New Orleans Breakers for the 2023 USFL season. He played college football at Elon University, where he was a second-team All-CAA selection in 2021 and the CAA Football Scholar Athlete of the Year in 2020. He finished his college career with 8,548 yards and 51 touchdowns, ranking second in Elon's history in both categories. Cheek signed with the Carolina Panthers of the NFL as an undrafted free agent in 2022, but was released before the season started. He later rejoined the Panthers during the season but did not see any game action. He also participated in the XFL draft but was not selected. He is known for his accuracy, intelligence, and mobility. Zach Smith played college football at Tulsa and Baylor, where he passed for a combined 8,223 yards and 53 touchdowns. He went undrafted in the 2021 NFL draft but signed with the Buffalo Bills as a free agent. He was released before the start of the season and did not play in any NFL games. Smith is known for his strong arm, size, and pocket presence. The Michigan Panthers are coached by head coach Mike Nolan, who takes over for Jeff Fisher. According to Fox Bets, the Panthers have plus 700 odds to win the championship in 2023, which ranks 7th among the 8 teams. The Panthers finished 3rd in the North Division in 2022 with a 2-8 record and did not make the playoffs. Some of their top players are running back Reggie Corbin, linebacker Frank Ginda, and defensive end Trey Williams. They should have an interesting group when it comes to the quarterback position. Carson Strong is a quarterback who recently signed and played college football at Nevada, where he was the Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year in 2021 and 2022. He threw for 9,368 yards, 74 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions during his Wolfpack career from 2018 to 2021. At one point, he was even considered a first-round NFL quarterback talent before injuries derailed his career. He went undrafted in the 2022 NFL Draft and spent time with the Philadelphia Eagles and Arizona Cardinals last season. He also participated in Jordan Palmer's quarterback workout for the XFL in October of 2022. Josh Love played college football at San Jose State University, where he was the Mountain West Conference Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. He threw for 7,206 yards and 43 touchdowns during his Spartan career from 2015 to 2019. He went undrafted in the 2020 NFL Draft and spent time with the Los Angeles Rams and Carolina Panthers, but did not appear in any regular season games. He joined the USFL in 2022 and played for the Pittsburgh Maulers before being released and signed by the Panthers. Eric Barriere is the third quarterback who plays for the Michigan Panthers of the USFL. He played college football for Eastern Washington University, where he won the Walter Payton Award for the 2021 FCS season. He passed for 5,070 yards and 46 touchdowns in his final season with the Eagles. He was undrafted in the 2022 NFL Draft, participated in rookie minicamp with the Denver Broncos, but was not offered a contract. He signed with the Panthers on May 20th, 2022, and was transferred to the active roster on June 10th, 2022. He made his USFL debut on June 11th, 2022, completing 14 of his 24 passes for 118 yards and a touchdown, as well as an interception and a loss to the Generals. He is expected to compete with Josh Love and Carson Strong for the starting job with the Panthers in 2023. And those are the quarterbacks of the USFL for the 2023 season as of the time of recording. Who are you most excited to watch, and who is your team? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching. I could not be more thankful for y'all. You guys make this all possible for me, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.